y'all, it's Yaz and I am back today to talk to you guys about how I missed my final exam last term. If you watched my third term recap video, I was talking to you guys about how I was failing a class and how I missed an exam. You guys said that you wanted to see a story time about that. So without further ado, I'll get right into the video. Okay, so this story starts kind of a week before finals, or like 3 days before finals. So as you guys know, if you are if you guys are OGs with my videos, if you watch every single one of my videos, you would have known that I go home on the weekends to work. So every weekend I drive about an hour away from where I am now and I go to work, and then Sunday I come back here and go to school. So so it was Saturday, and then mind you, our finals are Wednesday, like it's the next week. So that week we don't have classes, it's just final exams. So that Saturday when I had to work, my car, the battery completely jumped or something happened, I'm not sure, but my car stopped. I didn't know what was going on with my car. So basically I have an aunt who goes to school with me, I mentioned that before as well, and luckily miracles happened because her final exams were scheduled when my final exams were, and that never happens. So I was like, okay, thank God I have a way to get to my final exams. So I went to my first final exam. I don't remember the exact dates. I had an exam like Wednesday or something, and then I had an exam on Thursday. Now that is the exam that I missed. That is the exam that I was failing that course. Like I failed Patho. I failed our Patho midterm and we only had 2 grades, so I was failing the class the whole term. Like I was really stressed out about that final exam. So the night before I pulled kind of an all-nighter. Not really, because my body just does not, like, I can try and be like those people who post on Instagram and they're like, ooh, the grind never stops, up at 3 a.m. No baby, like I can't, I just can't. I've tried. I will go to sleep. Like when I get stressed, I go to sleep. I just can't, I can't. So I stayed up until about 11:30, and when I tell you my body like just shut down on me, but that was that. So I stayed up until like 11:30, which is very late for me. I'm like an old lady. And the next morning I woke up like, okay, I'm gonna take this exam, I'm gonna pass this exam. Oh, you know, I'm praying. I just was really just trying to keep my chill, trying to like focus my nerves, because I didn't want those to like take the best of me, and I completely flopped this exam. Woke up that morning, I set my alarm to about, I think I set it for 7, because my exam was at 12 o'clock that day. So I set it for 7. I kind of sat around, looked at my book. Then at 8 o'clock I went to the bathroom. I was gonna shower and, you know, get my day started. TMI, sitting on the toilet scrolling on my phone, and I see one of my classmates say to knock out this Patho exam, can't wait, 8 o'clock. I was like, so I look at the time and it's like 7:55 at this point. So I'm like, oh my God, this is like, oh my goodness, I could not, like just thinking about it right now, I'm just like getting like flashes. So I'm like, oh my goodness, please tell me my exam was not at 8 o'clock. And at my school, like if you miss an exam, then sometimes they won't let you make it up, sometimes they do. They take off 10 to 15 percentage points off of your exam. But like, so like I pull my phone out, I'm looking, I'm scrolling, the paper that I took a picture of said my final exam was at 12 o'clock. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I call the school, no one's picking up. I call the dean, no one's picking up. I called our chair of the program and she did not pick up. Luckily, thank God, I had the best clinical instructor. She's the one that gave me that beautiful little badge clip. She had my number from when we were in clinicals, and she messaged me. She was like, where are you? So that's when I knew, like, okay, holy moly, my exam was at 8 o'clock. So then I'm freaking out, I'm trying to call the school, trying to like figure out what I can do. But so then my clinical instructor messaged me again. Like I sent my clinical instructor the picture that I had, that I thought that was my scheduled time to go to class. I mean, not class, but my scheduled time to take that exam. And she was like, call Miss Blank. And I was calling her, she was not picking up, so she gave me the lady's personal phone number, and I called her on her phone and she picked up immediately. And I told her, and she was like, come in at 12. So then she was like, come in at 12 and send me the picture of what you had. So I sent her the picture of the schedule, and it shows that it's 12 o'clock. And she's like, well, we have exam dates posted all like the same paper that I took all around the school, but I guess those were correct and the one that I took a picture of was wrong. And I'm like, what are the odds? It's always me that happens. Like, there's like 100 of these papers lined up, posted on the walls, and I take a picture of the one that's wrong. Sounds about right, you know? So I'm like, okay. So she was like, you should have been looking around at the walls. And I'm kind of like, well, my other exam was right. So, you know, I was like, I'm sorry. I thought I had the right one. I took a picture of what you guys posted. Because usually with my school, like before exam, they post the exact schedule to our email. But I guess things were working itself out a bit later than it was. So they didn't get an official email out to us. So they were posting pictures on the wall that was handwritten fixed times. So here I am thinking I got things under control. I'm already failing this class and now I'm missing the exam. So I was like, okay, you know, I just feel like this is the enemy. It's just really trying to get me down. So I'm like, focus, Yaz, everything's fine, stay calm, it's okay. So she's telling me that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, great. So 12 o'clock comes, I go to class. They sent me in another classroom that was taking an exam at 12, and theirs was on computer. For Patho, my exam was on paper, so I had to wait for her to bring me my exam. So 20 minutes start. Mind you, all of our exams are timed. We have 2 hours to finish the test. So it started, 20 minutes passed. I still didn't have my test, so I'm kind of just sitting there like, okay. I'm hoping that my time isn't being, you know, messed with or whatever. So then the lady that's proctoring the exam is kind of looking at me, and I'm kind of looking at her. So she texts the woman who's in charge again, and the woman tells me to come upstairs and get my exam, and I'm going to take my exam upstairs. So that I really studied my butt off for this exam. I was like Rocky Balboa that exam. Like, I was like dun 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 dun, studying like for days. So I was fairly confident for this exam. So I get into the exam, I start my exam, and I'm like, oh, this a breeze. Like, okay, I'll see y'all next term because I'm not gonna fail this class, okay? So I'm over here, you know, just taking it. I'm probably on number 50. There's 100 questions. So I'm on like number roughly like 43 or something like that, but I'm gonna say 50 for dramatic effect. And the lady comes in and comes up to me, she's like, how's the test going? And I'm like, why is she talking to me? Not in a rude way, but like, why is she talking to me? Because when we do exams, everything's really like serious. Like, you're not able to talk, you can't have any disturbances, all that stuff. So when she came in the room asking me how the exam was going, I was like, okay, something's not right. I was like, you know, it's okay, you know, trying to be humble, because I was like, this 100 right here, okay? And she was like, oh, well, good, because that's not your exam. She took it, so I don't know how long I was in that room, but I did like 50 questions, so I was probably in there for a while. She took that exam from me and gave me the right exam. She told me that that exam was another class exam. I think it was for the LPN track. So I was like I honestly, like, at this point, that's when I felt like this day has been so wild already, and now like the enemy is really on me. Like, he is trying to defeat me. And I was like, you know what, like, I just took a really deep breath. I was with a grain of salt, and I started that exam. So I'm answering the questions. I'm like, okay. And I could definitely tell that this exam was different, because the first one that I took was very straightforward. The one that I took was a little bit more, it had a lot more words, and you had to think about the question. So I'm like, great. I was just so like up here, like I was on a high about this exam that I was taking, and now that's not even the case. I'm not even taking that exam. So I get to about number 6, number 7 on the exam, and I didn't know it. So I was like, okay, skip it, move forward. Number 7, ain't know it. Number 8, ain't know it. Number 5, ain't know it, or 12, whatever number. And I was like, oh my gosh. And that's when I started feeling discouraged. And this is on the first page, y'all. So this is when I started feeling discouraged. So I feel the tears come up behind my eyes. And I was like, no, you're not about to let this get the best of you, Yaz. Finished that exam. And when I left, I felt good. Like, I knew majority of it. Some, like, I didn't know. But it was cool. So, when I got back home, I kind of just like relaxed. I watched TV, I watched Netflix, because after we finish our exams, we have a week break between each term. And I just felt really, not discouraged, but not like excited. I am a bit hard on myself, I will say that, but I was like, girl, you just failed this class probably. You do not need to be going on trips, getting, you know, you don't deserve that right now, honey, because I'm all about rewarding myself and like having pride, like, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna reward myself with this. If not, then I'm not. So I was like, well, aside from that, you need a breather, you need to relax your mind, because she is stressed. Sis, my brain is its own being, and sis was stressed. Sis was tired. Finally, Friday came, and that's the day that we can go pick up our books. So regardless if I need to take that class again or not, I would have to pick up one class of books because I passed my Foundations of Nursing class. So I went there on Friday, I looked at my grades, and your girl passed, and I was like, miracles happen. They sure do. And I was like, after all that, that was the most stressful test ever. I just could not, like, I'm better and I'm stronger. My mindset is a little different. I'm not gonna sit here and flex, but yeah, that was an interesting term for me, all the way down to the last day. Okay, so yes, so that is it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. It may have been a bit boring because, like I said, it was gonna be a short story time, but you guys wanted to see it, so you know, I got you. You guys like seeing my pain, okay? But like I say in every single video, thank you so much for watching. I absolutely love y'all, and I truly mean that when I say that. I'm not just talking. I love you guys, and thank you so much for the constant support. If you haven't already and you want to connect with me more, because I know I go MIA on YouTube a lot, you can follow me on my Instagram or my Snapchat. I'm there almost every day, more so Instagram. I'll ask you guys what kind of videos you want to see you guys back quicker than on YouTube. But like I say in every single video, what are you doing? You got to this point, we're friends now. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.